I just wanted to show you this little project that I took on. I was able to convince the homeowner of the virtues of permaculture and how it would save time and money. So I just wanted to show you. This entire side of the property, there was a lot of work. There was a lot of weeds from basically that rock out to the railroad ties. There was a ton of weeds that were growing up in there. So all of that was removed, but all these bushes were trimmed. They were all trimmed back. So there was a lot of material that was basically collected, and there was really a lot of trimming. There was actually a bush in the back that was entirely cut out. You can see this. You can see the stump over here. There's another stump right over here. So anyway, a lot of material came out of here. There was a lot of pine needles, as you can see, a lot of dead things that were up in there. So what I was able to convince them of, because what they want is to basically, they want to fill this in with mulch, and they want it to be as high as the railroad ties. So they were going to fill this whole area with mulch, and if you look all the way down, you can see that would have been a lot of mulch. That would have been probably at least a foot of mulch. So I basically was able to convince them that instead of throwing all this stuff away, which we were able to get off of their very own property, it would make sense if we used it as a sort of backfill. And they were really kind of nervous about it at first. They didn't really know. They didn't really know how to take that because they're so used to people coming in and they cut all the stuff and they put it in the back of their truck and they take it away. And I was like, but you know, if you have to fill this in, if you have to pay to fill it in, you got to pay for someone to come and take it away. You're paying at both ends, and you know, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Ultimately, all this stuff here is mulch, you know, it's just not processed. So now that this stuff is down on the ground, the next phase is to go and get mulch. Right now we're going to get mulch and we're going to fill this in, and it's going to look really good because instead of having all these different types of things that are in there, you're just going to have that one uniform look. A lot of these bushes, they actually eventually want to take them out, and so now that they have the idea to look at these bushes as a valuable resource, they're going to cut them and they're going to chop them down, and they're going to basically use them as backfill so that they can you know, save some money, not have to go through the process of mulching it all up. So anyway, that's one of my little permaculture tips. The beautiful thing about this is that in 2 years' time, all this material that's on the ground here will be converted into beautiful, really good quality, organic, entirely organic compost. That's all I have. This is Jesse with Closing the Loop. Subscribe, like the videos, and leave your comments. I love comments. I love to see comments, and I love to interact with people. If you have any questions, I will do my very best to answer your questions. Jesse signing out. Take care.